financially, I've been the only one that's been providing for my daughter since she was born. I remember my child's mother told me one day in the past that her mother was trying to plan a way to kidnap my daughter.
The whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, the court notes that Ms. Curry was served November 7th with the motion for change of status and further orders, and is not present and has not filed an answer. Case right for default. Go ahead and proceed.
Mr. Laudermill, can you please state your full name?
Tremel, Laudermill.
Can you state the name and age of your child?
Aria Laudermill, 9 years old.
And when did she start living with you, primarily with you?
February 1st, 2024.
So how is your child covered for insurance?
My job,
And the medical support, is that about $233 a month through your employer?
I believe it's like 161 a month or something for medical and 12. Let me see. I can pull up this check stub here. 12, 161.66 per week for Anthem MVP, and for Cigna PPO dental is 12.05 per week. And then for iVision plan, it's $1.87 per week.
Okay, sir. Would you be in agreement with the mother to pay $113 a month beginning April 1st, 2025 for medical support?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about her paying anything, honestly.
And would you be in agreement for her to pay dental support in the amount of $17 a month beginning April 1st, 2025?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And there was no reported income for the mother, so the state used minimum wage to calculate support, and the state's asking for support to be set at $206 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that, sir?
Is there any way you can make it to where she doesn't have to pay anything? I don't, because she doesn't work. I've been taking care of my daughter by myself this far. I mean, I'm not looking for any help from her financially or anything.
So you're not in agreement for her to pay $206?
I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, I mean, I'm not looking for any financial gains from her. I'm taking care of my daughter right now. But I guess, if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
Sir, would you be in agreement to be named joint managing conservators with the mother?
Uh, can you explain the terms of that?
Okay. Joint managing conservator means that you and the mother would make decisions together for the best interests of the child. You would still designate the child's primary residence, but you would make decisions with meaningful exchanges with the other party. That's what joint managing conservators would entail.
Well, she's not active in her life like that to, make decisions like that. It's just me. So, I mean, I guess if push came to shove and I wasn't around, she would have to make those decisions. But I mean,
Okay. So, sir, are you asking to be named joint managing conservator or sole managing conservator?
I guess joint. I mean, I don't know. It's just me. I'm just doing it by myself. I don't know what's the right one to go with. I mean,
Okay. If you can just listen carefully to my questions and respond, that'll probably help us move better. So sole means that you would be making the decisions primarily for your daughter, and joint means you would be making them together with the mother. So would you like to be named sole managing conservator, or would you like to be joint managing conservators with the mother?
because I don't have no
Okay.
help.
Thank you. Sir, are you asking for the mother to have supervised visits from Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be in agreement for her to have supervised visits the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month?
Granted, she's in town. Yeah, I mean, she's not in the city, as far as what I
Okay.
know.
And who are you asking to supervise those visits?
Um, I guess she can meet at her grandmother's house.
Is that the paternal or maternal grandmother?
Explain the difference between paternal and maternal grandmother.
You said grandmother. Is that your mother or her mother?
No, not her mother, her great grandmother. Her great
Okay.
grandmother.
So the mother's grandmother.
Yeah, no, not her mother's grandmother, her daddy's mother.
Can you please give me her name?
Para Henderson.
Hera.
Henderson, yeah, Para Henderson, Henderson.
And that's her paternal grandmother.
That's her great grandmother.
Okay, paternal great grandmother. Thank you, sir. Do you have any safety concerns with the mother knowing your address or phone number?
Nope.
Has there been family violence between the two of you?
No.
Do you have any concerns with, are you asking the court to have an injunction against drug or alcohol use during these visits?
Yeah, I don't. What do you mean?
Do you have any issues with the mother and drug use?
Um, I don't know what she does with her life. You know what I mean? But I mean, they said that in the past, I had my daughter for the first 6 months of her life because they found something in her system other than marijuana. Don't know what it was, but they gave me temporary custody of my daughter for her first 6 months. I've been with my daughter ever since every day. So I don't know what, you know.
Okay, that's fine. Sir, are you, given that you've had possession of your daughter from February 2024 through today, you were given possession credits in the amount of $4,642.92. And your current child support arrears are $4,021.55. After these possession credits were applied, the states that your child support arrears are set at zero starting March 4th, 2025. Are you in agreement?
Yes.
Okay. And there are no the state's not asking for medical or dental arrears at this time.
Yeah, do you pass witness?
Pass the witness, Your Honor, sorry.
Okay. All right. Mr. Laudermill, I don't understand the supervised visits. That's one thing I don't have a question about. So I think I heard you say she doesn't live in this area, so it's already gonna be difficult for her to visit. And then you want supervised visits. So I need to know why we need to do supervised visits rather than having her visit for a weekend that she chooses without the supervision.
Well, I mean, granted that she moved, from Dallas to Houston, with her mother, who's, a felon, and she's very manipulative, and her affiliations, based on my knowledge, are not, you know, primarily like people you would want your children to hang around with at her direct mothers. So, and I done seen how her mother acted on some occasions, and I was like, man, I don't, it's not somebody you really want your child to be around. But if that's where her mother stays, of course, that's where she's going to want to bring the child if she stays with her mother. So I think that should be supervised as far as, in Houston, because I don't know her mother's affiliations. I mean, she was talking about, I remember my child's mother told me one day in the past that her mother was trying to plan a way to kidnap my daughter. And I'm like, well, I don't think that'd be a good idea. That's not going to be safe. That's not, why would you want to kidnap my daughter? You can see it anytime you want, but y'all moved out to Houston. It's fine. I got to focus on taking care of my child. Ain't nobody doing it but me. Financially, I've been the only one that's been providing for my daughter since she was born. So I'm like, dude, and not only that, I've been there like every day, directly after work, straight to my child every day.
Yeah, okay, let me
So
cut you
it's
off.
like,
I understand all that, but you're still not answering my question. We're talking about mother's rights, not grandmother's rights. Why is the mother's visitation need to be supervised?
I
Stop
don't
worrying
trust.
about other people. I understand that, but what about the mother?
Yeah, I don't trust her judgment and who she allows around the children.
Okay. Besides that, is there any other reason?
No,
Okay. Does his grandmother have some kind of convictions on her record?
she is a felon.
For what?
I'm not sure.
Okay. You haven't researched to find out what she's done before?
And no, I haven't had time between working, man.
Okay.
But I believe that some of that stuff lead to like, you know, uh, it's allegedly rumored that some of it led around someone ended up passing away or some dying. So I'm like, I don't know what affiliations is. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? There's murder involved and all that stuff I'm hearing. I'm like, I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Has the
I don't
mother
know.
has the mother tried to do visitation in the last year?
No. I
Okay.
mean, if she asked me to bring her or if she want to see her, I'll try to FaceTime her or I'll try to have my daughter. I actually prompt my daughter to try to call her mother. And her mother answers sometimes and sometimes she don't. It's just like a hit or miss thing.
Okay, but
But I try to
that
maintain that
didn't
open
answer my question.
communication.
My question was, has she asked to visit with the child in the last year?
No, no.
Okay. All right. The default judgment was granted. Father to carry health insurance and dental and medical support is $113. Dental support is $17 a month. Child support is $206 per month. She does have to pay all those portions through the child support office. We're doing sole managed conservatorship so you can make all the decisions. Your child support arrears are zero after possession credits. The Attorney General's office will need a couple weeks to process that, so give them a couple weeks to process the change in arrears. And then, I mean, I don't have enough to be able to do supervised visits. I'm not requiring you to bring the child to Houston or to meet her halfway, but if the mother wants to do visitation, she has to come to your residence to pick up the child and bring her back at the end of visitation. She cannot just keep the child. You're going to have a court order that says when it's supposed to begin and end, and it's a standard visitation order. So I'm not doing supervised visits. So should the mother choose to want to visit, she can visit from Friday night until Sunday night on those on the every other weekend. If she doesn't come, that's up to you what you want to do. If you want to do extra, that's up to you, but I'm not requiring you to do extra. It's definitely beneficial if you can do uh, some phone visitation. That definitely that works. I mean, that makes sense. And this is going to be actually it's once a month visitation because she lives so far away. We know that that's probably not practical for her to visit every other weekend. So it'll have provisions for people that live under 100 miles apart. So, like, for example, she moves back to the DFW area where she might have more visitation, or if she lives over 100 miles, it'll be just 1 weekend a month when she tells you that she's interested in doing visitation. If she never tells you, then you don't have to do anything. All right. The Attorney General's office will draft an order based on that, email you a copy, and then they'll try to collect that if they can find an employer for her. All right, you're done with court, Mr. Laudermill. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.